black men dating black women in America. It's a challenge for us.
It's not a challenge. You just picking the wrong women. You know what? You just don't understand.
Well, help me understand. Explain it in a way that is appealing to a man. Cause I know frustration comes and you throw up your hands. Let's debate upon the topic. I will listen to your stance. I'll object it if I can. Can I interrupt her though? She's passionate about it. When she speaks, it lets you know. He say, she say, intro song. I hope you enjoy the show. Evan Jefferson is on. Let me introduce the host.
All right, man. Oh man. I've been waiting all week. I've been waiting all week for this, people, man. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight, guys, on the He Say, She Say show, where everybody's got a voice. So why not let your voice be heard, man? This is grown folk business, grown folk night, and all that good stuff, man. So hey, go ahead and put the kids up. Let them go let them go play the game for about an hour. Go ahead and get your wine. Make sure you got your nice little drink because it's gonna it's gonna get hot up in here, man. I am your host, ERGJ, your certified global financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Black Bazaar, international best-selling author of the book The Black Billionaires Club. And tonight is He Say, She Say show, where we're going to continue our discussion on a black man's guide to understanding the black woman. So we are super, super excited, man, to continue our journey here. Hopefully, repairing relationships and our psyches and all this mental stuff that's going on, heart stuff. And just, hey, at the end of the day, can we just keep it real? That's what it is. Can we just keep it real? And let me just say this. I mean, let's just be honest. We kind of fucked up, okay? Okay, and I can curse tonight without having to pay Bitcoin. We kind of jacked up in the head, and we can go all the way back to 400 years ago and all that good stuff. I mean, I don't know what's going on, but y'all see it. Y'all see what we need to do. Y'all see what we need to do, man. That's what it is, man. Y'all know what time it is. This roll call time, beautiful people. Go ahead and hit that like button, that share button, follow button, subscribe button, all that good stuff, man. We're broadcasting across Facebook and also YouTube, across our personal platforms, man. We want you to go ahead and tag a brother, in particular, tag a sister here tonight. Let's go ahead and bring them into the conversation. It's roll call time. Let us know where you're connected from, what city, what state, what country, what city, what state, what country might be joining with us here from tonight, as we're broadcasting across the World Wide Web, stretching our wings out and saying, man, just how far can we reach you guys here tonight? Go ahead, roll call time here tonight. Let us know where you're connected from, what's going on with you. Now, here's the deal, man. Here's the deal. Black love and relationship. I mean, black love matters. Let's do that. Can we do a Black Love Matters or something like that? Of course, I'm not here by myself, guys. No. It would be right if I was here by myself, because if I was here by myself, y'all think, oh man, all brothers. And I don't know, we're gonna represent the sisters and the men here tonight. Let me introduce you guys to our co-hosts tonight, me and Mrs. Jones. That's right, man. Miss Jones is in the building here tonight, man, for our feature presentation. He Say, She Say. Man, what's going on, Miss Jones? How you doing here tonight?
Hey, I am great. Glad to be here.
Man, I know you got your book. You sound like you was off. I caught you off guard last week. You got your book now.
I'm ready, y'all.
Oh, yes. Let's catch up on the comments, man. And we're gonna give you guys the instructions, and we're gonna get into this thing here tonight, man. Miss Jones, and we'll do a little intro in just a second. Miss Vivian Reed is in the hizzy. Thanks so much for joining us today. William Watt is joining us as well, man. What's going on? Miss Amanda Hollingsworth is in the house. Teresa out of Chandler, Arizona. Miss Goodrich is joining us as well. Good evening to you, Queen Tika Aker Lewis. Thanks so much for joining here. That's right. I got my king stuff on tonight, man. You know, Ramos is here today out of Florida. Miss Shamika Suggs out of Missouri is in the building, man. What's going on with you? Black Love Matters, man. That's right. Debbie O'Shaughnessy is joining us as well. Hey, Miss Jones. Miss Akia Hutchinson out of Florida. Miss Loretta Rayford Lindley is in the building as well. Again, let us know where you're connected from, what city, what state. Now, here's the deal, guys. We do have some rules. Now, I didn't see many brothers. I don't know what happened. What happened to the bros? Come on, bros. Okay, y'all can't leave me out here by myself, man. Y'all said y'all gonna be here, all that good stuff, man. So hey, we're gonna see what's going on here. What's going on, Miss Joe? You look prepared. She said you look prepared tonight. Oh Lord, you come to get me tonight. Here's the deal, guys. We do have some rules, okay? And hopefully, last week we had two. We had a brother and a sister just couldn't get right. Just couldn't get right. I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Some people these days we are not gonna conform, man. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock landed on us, and we gonna do what we want to do. Okay, here's the deal. It's the he say, she say so. So basically, yeah, everyone has a voice. We want your voice to be heard as it relates to the topic that we'll be discussing here tonight. But here's the deal. If you are a brother and you want to add to the conversation, you just simply put he say as a representation for how men kind of think, and then your comments after that, guys. And then we will actually bring your comment up. We'll try to get to it as fast as possible. And then if you are a she say, you do the same thing. You'll say she say and your comment representing for the sisters or for the females that might be joining us here tonight, okay? So let's first start by seeing if did any bros come to help your boy, because I come here for the bros. Any bros, if we got any he says that are joining us here tonight, go ahead and put it down. So he say, I mean, I want to see, do we have any brothers? It didn't look like y'all stood up. I mean, I'm hoping if this is not an all-female band here, and we got the black man trying to understand the black woman, and we ain't got no black men here, that might be a problem. Okay, if we got any brothers up in here, man, please, at least one. Okay, I'll fight for us all now. I will fight for us all. We got any brothers that's joining us here tonight? Go and put it down. So he say, okay. Woo! Oh Lord, thanks. I forgot Wilhelm. I'm sorry, Mr. Watt. Mr. Watt got my back. My homie got my back. Anyway, okay. Now we have any sisters that are joining us here tonight. Let's go. I want y'all to get some practice because practice. Go get some practice. She say, okay. oh Lord, she already started. Oh Lord, okay. See, they about right there. See, she say the men couldn't stand the heat, so they had to get out the kitchen. Oh Lord. That's right. If you can't stand the heat, you got to get out the kitchen. So if this ain't your cup of tea, I'm just trying to tell you, I might cut a little bit. If y'all can't stand that, and I ain't pulling no punches. It's straight up, no chaser tonight.
That's
so
right.
Y'all get ready. Now, if you're a she say, the sister, you have joined us here tonight. Go ahead and put it down. So go ahead and show up. Go ahead, black girl power and all that good stuff. Go ahead and put it down. So she said, I just want to see who's here. Go ahead and put it down. So she say, and let us introduce our co-host. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Mrs. Jones. What's going on with you, status, and all that good stuff.
All right, you guys. I am a 50+ single. I'm in South Carolina, enjoying my life, waiting for this pandemic to go over. I like to travel. I like comedy. I like music. No, but look, I am a empty nester down here in South Carolina, having a good time. I have a online CBD business. I'm enjoying, and hey, I'm open. I'm ready. Let's go.
So here's the first task, guys. Here's the first task. He say, she say. Okay. Black does that. Yes, it counts. That counts, brother. Don't do that. That counts. All right. He say, man, some of us got flame retardant draws. That's what I'm talking about. Bro. All right, here's the deal, man. Our first task, okay. This past week is going by, and I'm pretty sure, because I got a story to tell. I'm pretty sure y'all got some experiences that y'all experienced over the week. So if you've had a good experience with a she says, if the she says have had a good experience, or you want to share any experience that you had with a black man over the past week, good or bad, you put that in the comments below. And he says if you had a good or bad experience with a sister over the past week, go ahead and put that in comments below, because I'm gonna share my story, and I'm gonna ask Miss Jones to do the same thing. Do it real quick, right? Real quick.
Me a story. I got one.
Because we're gonna be talking about how a black man's got to understand the black woman. We'll catch up on that in just a second. So I'm gonna share my story, because this story happened this morning. Okay, it happened. I already had three, and this one just took the cake. Okay, so we had a sister. He said we had a sister that wanted, that I guess she wanted to help. I guess she wanted to help. She said, hey, say you over here, your brother, you over here building this school, and say I got all these resources. So let me show you how this conversation went. Because again, I think it's so important that you sisters see some of this shit we gotta deal with. Okay, yeah. Some of it is that now they ain't every sister. Okay, and we're gonna get the prerequisites out of the way. We're gonna talk about these things that we understand that y'all already do, because this is how we fight. This kind of fight, these kind of strategies we got when we fighting. We ain't gotta fight though. We can just say, hey, let me try to accept the shit that I'm supposed to accept. Okay. Anyway, sister reach out Say, hey, I'm the one you need. Okay, I want to get on your calendar so I can talk to you about how I can help you. I'm just paraphrasing at this point because I want y'all really to know exactly, but y'all gonna be able to find it. Ain't that hard. Okay. So then I say, okay, sister, you want to get on my calendar? Here's the deal. Just go to my Facebook page, click the book button, and get on my calendar. So this was last night. She woke up this morning, I guess, because maybe she just always wake up this way. I don't know. Grand Rising. I went to your page, and it is nonsensical for me to pay you to make the connection to fund your financial school, university, etc. I'm not asking for any consultation. Apparently, you have misconstrued my comments on your post. I respect your fundraiser, yet I see you are connected to some ballers in the financial education space. Yet you are still asking for donations. The last time I checked, you were approximately 37% of your goal of 5K. I'm supplying oxygen to give, sustain, and revive life to businesses or programs which benefit our Black youth and their families. When are you available? He said, who the fuck you think you talking to? How we get there off of just go book an appointment? What? Huh? Okay, so I'm like, what the hell? Okay, because I do know this. I don't know her like that, but she's been around for a while, and she has always been this way. So I said to her, listen, you're not paying. Just set the appointment. Ask before you assume. Then I said this. This is probably why I messed up. Okay, this is why we've had our issues in the past. You keep jumping the gun. That's probably why I could have saved it before that maybe. But at the end of the day, you call nonsensical, misconstrued, trying to use all these big words like you intelligent. You're still a bitch. Okay. Okay. You're just a smart bitch. Okay. Okay. So then she say issue. I never knew there was one. I'm listening. Yeah, you ain't never been listening. Okay, you can never tell that there's an issue with people because brothers know not to say shit to you because we already know your personality. It ain't gonna take what we're saying anyway, and we can see you just moving forward. She says, "Hey, we can talk about." I said we can talk about doing our appointment. You're just fiery, and I kind of love that. At times, though, it's unnecessary.
Uh-huh.
I'm still trying to make peace with the system. Here she go. I'm not assuming. I went to your page and everything had a fee for various consultations. Disregard the energy is not conducive to any of this. I never had a problem with you, and I never asked you for anything. I supported your Black business products and services. Have a super day. Peace. What? Now, what? You supported me? What the fuck does that got to do with setting a goddamn appointment if that's what you want to do? Where are we going with this? Here you go. I'll clarify that there's no cost. And if I was going to charge you, then I would have said something before I asked you to book the appointment. This same process I've done with millions of times with people, but you're the only one who took it as if I was charging you. It's okay if you don't see it or if you think the energy is off. But if I don't bring it to your attention, then who will? At some point, some brother got to say something to this chick. Now, at some point, some brother has got to say something to this chick. Okay? This is what we deal with. Right? Mm-hmm. I said, if you want to be, because then I did tag Lisa. I told Lisa, we're going to put this on He Say, She Say. So if you want me to be a part of the show, go deeper and put it all out there. Now, here she go. Now she really hurt. Now I done hurt her feelings in this. I stopped paying for the Millionaires Club and some other name of the group, and I joined the advocacy group. I'm free to choose whom I give my money to and where I receive my financial literacy. Now, I ain't saying nothing about no money. What the fuck does this got to do with me? Again, I've never had an issue with you, and no, I would not be attending the He Say, She Say broadcast. Your ego needs to be checked. My ego needs to be checked.
Oh, wow.
My ego needs to be checked. Direct that aggression towards the dominant white race and others that are in power. And I'm serious. This is my last post because I'm making my post. And then you're still typing, including others in the conversation. Yeah, absolutely. Because I need people witness this. I need third party. Here's the deal. And it didn't go anywhere from there. But here's the deal. Here's the deal, brothers. I want to talk to the brothers. He say, make sure you get this shit in writing. Because if I done had this in writing, she be acting like she ain't done nothing. I mean, she act like she the best thing since sliced bread. She gonna act like she ain't made it ain't her fault. But I'm so glad I got it writing. I'm so glad I brought another sister into the conversation that can verify that that bullshit that we be talking about. And now we're in an age that got cameras. I'm talking about, pull out your camera if you got to, brother. I mean, do everything you can to make sure that she sees. We need receipts on this motherfucker. Okay, I'm just trying to tell you. So
Mhm.
here's my. Will you help me out, sister? Help me out, because I'm like this. She just wake up like this. This is just her personality. I mean, I believe from what I gather from her in this little conversation, it ain't just the white man that's her enemy. Any man is her enemy. That's what I got from it. But what does she say? Because maybe you're gonna help a brother out tonight. Let me go ahead and get my little drink. Matter of fact, because I'm gonna need to take a little sip while you talk. What does she say about this little shit that I had to deal with when I'm trying to? She's trying to say she want to help me get some money, and ain't asking for no money. I ain't asking for your help. And damn, you ain't helped them to damn. How long? I've been doing this how long? How you gonna pop out of the blue talking about you gonna help me and you the plug? I'm the goddamn plug. Okay, I'm sorry.
She say no. There's no way it's just about men. It doesn't sound like it's just about men. When she talked about the ego, it was actually her ego. I think she's referring to. Now, right now, I'm just judging by what you're saying, because you know what, you're reading it to us, and I did read it as well. But you're reading it to us with your what the words I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? Like you're in the way that you hear it. And that's what communication is about, right? That texting is so hard because you don't know what her intentions are and behind those words. I hear you and your emotion, but I need to hear her side of the story. I need to hear her. I need the verbal body language and all that, like you gave it to me.
He say, miss me with that bullshit, man. You read the goddamn text. So how you gonna say you need to? Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. You're saying it could have been a different meaning behind the words that she's an intelligent woman, and you need to do not make assumptions. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's do this again. She say and he say. Do that. Who is assuming anything? This is clear as day. It's written down. I'm not assuming nothing. She said I need to check my ego. And the whole time I'm trying to get her to set an appointment. I'm not trying to ask you for nothing. And the whole time I'm trying to get you. What? Oh, y'all think it's miscommunication?
That's what I said. Thank you, ladies.
He say that's the problem right now. That's the problem. See, he say that she say it's always gonna stand up for the sister. I saw it and I was neutral. Y'all was neutral on that shit. Let me tell you something. He say, if that was a brother that wrote that same shit, I'd have went in even harder on him. The only reason why I went soft because it was a sister, and I know she can do way more damage than she do good. But y'all sitting there telling me that y'all read that shit, and I shouldn't have had no problems with that.
She say, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have a problem with it. I get it. I mean, she's on your page, kind of blasting you, right? Even disrespecting you.
Where my brother's at, man? He said,
so I get that, but I still say there's possibly a miscommunication.
Where?
See, if I had it in front of me, I'd try to break it down and try to give it to you from a different perspective. But y'all know, I think she got you. She got you because she started off with the what did she say? I'm your plug. And she got you heated. You took it, and then right there, you're already like, now you're heightened. Your defense is like this. Maybe we need to hear her side of the story. Where is she on tonight?
Man, y'all, oh my goodness. Oh my, y'all are serious. Y'all are really something. Y'all are really something. Y'all sisters, y'all are really something. I'm telling y'all will defend each other. I mean, my goodness. The way that y'all defend each other, this is why this is why we can't fix the behavior. Because y'all will not even, this motherfucker was dead ass wrong. And y'all
now, she say, you want us to tell you what you want to hear? She say, if you really wanted to listen for understanding, if you really wanted healing, you'd hear our perspective too. And I'm seeing that there are women. I mean, I don't know why it's just women. Are men speaking up at all? I don't see any he say. I mean, but really, that we're saying, and we're balancing this thing out, saying, hold on, we can see what she wrote. But we know how texting, now how things are misinterpreted because you don't have that body language and the verbal.
What? He said, okay, let me hold on. He said, let me read this again because that's the motherfucker. This is the problem. Okay, you want to help me? I say, hey, go and set the appointment. Okay, and then you come back with the very first thing you come back with is, I went to your page and it is nonsensical for me to pay you to make the connection to fund your school. I didn't even know you're talking about funding my school, financial school, and I'm not asking you for any consultation. Apparently, you have misconstrued my comments on your post.
See, you hear all this miscommunication, Evan?
I'm sorry?
Are you hearing all this miscommunication going on?
What miscommunication?
She said that. She said it was nonsensical, whatever, to her. And that's not, I mean, that's not right, appropriate, I think, to go on your page and say it's nonsensical. But it's clearly she doesn't understand something. And that's why you guys have a miscommunication.
No. It's not. Okay, I'm sorry. Look, okay, we're not going to stay here all day. We ain't going to stay here all day. Let's keep moving because y'all is not going to do this, right? Let me go ahead and do the rules again. Okay, thanks so much. Thanks so much, brother. We got a brother that's stepping up. Cause see, the women go, they're gonna try their best. Here we go. Cause
he's not doing that.
No. Here's the thing. He say we covered this last week. Y'all gonna defend each other no matter how wrong y'all are.
And you guys too.
Right? No. He say no, that's not true. Brothers will be like, no, dog, you was wrong for that. Dog,
I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen it yet. And then look at it. Then we got a sister can't even follow directions. Okay, Miss Belinda, she would just not. She say no matter what. See what I'm saying? We got to know. Again, let's do the rules again, guys. All right, as a brother, you want to add to the conversation. He say, then your comments because you're representing the growth, right? There is a lot to unpack. She say there's a lot. There is a lot to unpack. And if you're a sister, right? And you want to add to the conversation, you would put she say and then your comments as well. He say, what was your experience that you want to share with the black man this past week, good or bad? It doesn't matter.
You know, I did something to somebody, and I have to admit, I had to laugh at myself. So I used to date this guy. We had this long distance thing going on, and well, let me try to keep this short. I don't want it to be revealed who it is. But so anyway, at one point I had to silence his calls just because I just couldn't be distracted. I didn't want to block him, but I silenced him. So recently I had a death in my family, and I went through some pictures and I saw, I'm like, wait a minute, this guy didn't even reach out to me. And that was hot too. He didn't even reach out to me and with his condolences about, whatever. So I called him up and did the whole, I cannot believe you did not, and I forgot I had silenced his calls while I'm sitting there blasting him. He's going, I know, I've been emailing you and calling you and sending you things, and you just never respond. And I had to check myself. The way I came at this guy, and I just thought about the things that we talked about last week. How we're always so, we do things out of emotion and not thinking. Mm-hmm. And I did that. I mean, it was so wrong to do that. Even though I meant to do it temporarily, and then to jump on his case like that. I still haven't apologized to him. I didn't even acknowledge what I did. Hey, where's he going? I mean, I'm telling you, Sister Ali gave me a lot to think about this week in my own behavior. And so, like I said, this is an examination. She got some people fired up, but it's a lot of truth in the stuff she said, and our behavior. things we do.
So we're gonna get into it tonight, man. Can you call the brother? No, you can't text him. You gonna have to call him and apologize. Don't be the punk that texts and apologize either. He say, don't be that punk like that. Oh, you gonna apologize to him through text? Don't be that way.
I ain't gonna apologize. He good.
You ain't gonna apologize.
Do I need to apologize? He's fine. Hey, he's fine.
That's the most difficult thing. He said the most difficult thing for a sister to do is first admit she was wrong. At least you did that. But then to apologize after you admit.
Nah, that's a bit much.
Man, we got to get into this book, dog, because we gonna find out why she ain't apologizing. I think in these first couple pages. Let's catch up on these comments, man. Again, the rules again, just so you know. Okay, if you don't follow the rule, we ain't gonna read your comment. Okay, if you're a brother, you want to add to the conversation here tonight. As we start talking about a black man's guide to understand the black woman, you put he said in your comment so we can be recognized. If your sister here tonight, you want to add to the conversation because it's about to get spicy. You put she say because you might forget. I get it. You know you like
yeah, she say.
Demon. Okay, put she say and then add and then add to the comments. Man, I'm gonna catch up on the comments and then we're gonna get into the book. All right, the book, The Black Man Woman's Guide, The Black Guy's Guide to Understand the Black Woman, written by a black woman. This back in 1989. Okay, 89. But y'all tried to last week. We tried to dismiss it because it was old, and I don't think we could. So anyway,
no, we can't.
Catch up on these comments, man. She say you missed an opportunity to gently lead her. Oh, okay, y'all got jokes. Okay, she ain't trying to pay. Okay, he say she nuts and makes nonsense. All right, she say there's a lot to unpack here. She say you got all the friends and she trying to get to that money. Okay, no, don't run. I'm not running, man. I ever knew. Okay, I nigga irrational. She came from him sideways. All right, she say if we were going to fix the problem, we focus on the solution, not the problem. She say, hey, Evan, I'm on your team. She was out of order. Okay, I ain't okay. Look at this. Okay, here's the deal. You're a businessman that wants to help black folks. Sounds like she may be broke or wants to change the way you do business. You can tell an angry bitch sister. That's what I called it. That's what I thought. I thought she an angry bitch. Okay. My name is she. Say down all that. She said, I cannot. There are aggressive bitches with dicks out here. Miss Vivian Reed. Oh, I feel she got the drink. Okay, man. It's complicated out here. He say she was expecting an aggressive response and had an aggressive rebuttal waiting for anything. He was going to say, yes, she was prepared to. She's a fighter. I mean, she's clearly she want to fight everybody. Anybody that does not abide by what I don't know. Anyway, she just needs some love. Y'all give it to her. Okay. Hey, what's going on, gentlemen? How you doing? She said you're admitting that you're wrong. That's how I operate. Okay, hold on. You admit, y'all admit, but y'all don't apologize. Is that what y'all trying to say? Grown folk is. Okay, man. She said she may read at least on the daily. Okay. She say why did Evan Lee? I hear that, man. She say don't be like that. Sis, apologize. She said apologize if you're wrong. She say apologize. Okay, y'all sisters, y'all do be stepping up. Okay. Okay. She says as a businesswoman, she probably had to become aggressive to compete, and she was trying to help you, Evan. She trying to help me. Oh, okay. I hear that. Okay. I left again. I know that. Hey, she said you blocked him. You should apologize. All right. She says we sick, boss. She says a dead body. All right. So, the Black Man's Guide to Understand the Black Woman. Last week, it was very, 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 very juicy. Y'all, sisters. And she said, hey, the author said, hey, y'all gonna come at her sideways. Y'all gonna look at her sideways. Y'all gonna think she's a traitor because she's revealing these secrets. And we're gonna get into chapter 1 here today on the he say she say, a Black Man's Guide to Understand the Black Woman. Again, everybody has a voice. Just make sure your voice is heard by he say or she say before, and we'll get into this thing now. Do you want me to read, Ms. Jones, or you want to read?
I'll read.
You'll read.
All right. Chapter 1, her childhood. From the very first moment she's born, she becomes attached to her first teacher, her mother. Her eyes study her mother constantly during the initial bonding process. She learns to smile and form other mutual communication techniques. She, as with any other cub, is taught survival skills, how to eat, dress, bathe, use the toilet, general manners, and obedience, most implied by a look or spoken in a certain tone of voice. She is able to understand the language long before she can speak it. She never stops studying her mother, and she never stops learning from her. You want me to keep going, or you want to look at that?
Yeah, keep going.
All right. If she is raised by two parents, she studies them both. Since she is the mother, since she is with the mother or other female, she learns to tune into them emotionally. She learns to observe the other adults in the same way. She can detect when they are happy, at peace, or sadly restrained or mad. She also pays attention to how her mother treats her father. She learns glances, body language, and moods, the spoken and unspoken messages that her mother displays. As the cub, she mimics and includes these practices, right or wrong, as part of her survival skills from the very start.
Keep going. Next
She,
paragraph.
she overhears conversations that her mother has with her friends or relatives pertaining to the father. If all of the mother's comments are supportive and positive, good, but since the habit of gaming on the Black man is a 400-year-old tradition here, the inflections are for the most part negative. She listens and she records. The first mental tapes translate into pictures and forms, and they cannot be erased, at least not for many years.
I will pick up and read from here.
Right.
Now he say, man, he say, quick question to you guys again. If your brother you want to put he say, if your sister want to put she say before your comments. I think a big thing that stuck out in that statement was the habit of gaming on the Black man is a 400-year-old tradition. What does he say or she say about that comment? The gaming of the Black man is a 400-year-old tradition here, and I'm gonna keep reading as you guys make a response to that. Okay. Now, what she overhears as a small child may go something like this. I don't care what your father said. I said. I've got to cook and clean up this house before your father gets home because I don't want to hear his mouth. Your father doesn't run this house. I do. He don't know what he's talking about. He don't know that I know. He don't know what he's doing. John makes me sick. I get tired of picking up behind him. If the father requests something that she may hear the mother say, get it yourself, or you don't tell me what to do, I do what I want to do. Every mother is guilty of using these or similar terminology about her husband when she is tired, exasperated, or angry during the girl child's upbringing. The training message from the mother, the teacher, is, number one, the Black man don't know. Number two, certain references to the Black man are made only behind his back. Number three, a woman has the option to choose what she wants to obey. And number four, a man is a bother. What does she say about our first little section here in chapter 1, the girl child's childhood, being raised and influenced mostly by her teacher and mother?
She say this is 100% true, at least from my observation as a child. This one that really resonated with me, but one of the training messages is number 4, a man is a bother.
Wow. I was thinking number 3, because brothers, we
sure. 3 for sure. But the one message I remember always hearing is that I ain't trying to cook and clean for no man. That's the message and that's why the man is a bother.
Man, he say, good question to the sisters out there. As we're talking about your childhood upbringing and your mother, is there a message that one of these messages ring true for you more so than any other? Like you heard this a lot growing up, and maybe we didn't realize it was having a subconscious effect on us, but maybe it did, and it may have played in the way that we are today, or maybe we said that off by this particular time. I'm not quite sure. I'm talking about the training messages that are basically influence the upbringing or the psyche of The Girl Child. Now, of course, we're talking about the Girl Child here. There's another book, by the way. She wrote
Right.
about men, so don't think it's just about women. But we talking about what we talking about here tonight. He say,
Exactly.
she say, tonight, man, the black man's guide to understand the black woman. Now, for the brothers, I would say maybe this helps us to peek a little bit inside into why she may act the way that she act or respond the way that she responds. And I would say it might be a good idea to get to know the mother if you can. At some point before you decide to marry. I mean, that might be a good idea. I don't know. Let me see. What's your mother like?
Right.
Man, let's catch up on these comments, man. Let's catch up on comments, see if you got anything you want to add before we keep reading. All right. She say, yes, I love this book so far, so true. How she mimics her parents. She say, afternoon. Okay, y'all talking to somebody else. Okay, she say, another note, BTC has surpassed 60. Okay, y'all owns BTC. I was raised by my daddy. Okay, all right. She say her children have listened to what her parents told them to do. Maybe her parents. Okay, so she say maybe her parents' marriage is broken. Okay, we're gonna get into the duality, men and women, with parents in the house as well. She say, I had great parenting. My dad loved his family. It was an amazing provider. My parents were a strong team. Great, fantastic.
Yeah, that's great.
See, I've been there where my parents tell me what to do. And oh Lord Jesus. She said, my parents' marriage is totally man is head, and mom serves him first. Then their children was next in line. My mom always chose my dad first. Okay. He say the mother tells it all. All right. She said, I can't relate. Okay. She says that he can't relate. You seem to be the only she say, Ms. Jones, that say you can relate. This is interesting.
Really?
I mean, no one else in this comment saying they can relate to anything we just talked about. I'm just saying.
Oh.
Now, this is very interesting. I'm just saying.
That is interesting.
I'm just saying. Huh. Let's keep reading. Go ahead with that next paragraph, Ms. Jones.
After hearing various negative inferences behind the father's back, then the girl child observes how the mother may front off when the father is present, presenting that she is obedient and everything is fine. The girl child, while too young to actually distinguish between truth and falsehood, watches how trusting and unaware the father is. Soon she concludes that the mother is right. He don't know, which must mean that he is dumb. And if he is dumb and doesn't know what's going on behind his back, it makes the girl child insecure. He's physically strong, but we live two lives, one in front of daddy and one behind his back. Since the mother is her mentor and they are alike, she agrees you can trust him. He is different from us. And the cycles, you can't trust him. Let me clarify that. Sorry. He is different from us, and the cycle starts.
I'll pick up from here. Now, this is very interesting. He say it's just interesting to me how there's no other sister. Well, we just had one. There's no other sister in this stream that is actually saying, you know what? Some of this stuff pertains. Some of this stuff is very interesting. Is what I'm saying. Like the acceptance of this stuff. Now, when we get to here's the thing. When we get to the man book. Oh Lord! There's gonna be 100% agreement. Oh yeah, yeah. When it comes to me, maybe because you read the book, Ms. Jones. Maybe because you read the book. You don't want to read the book, so this is new information. It's hard for me to really just admit some of the issues. I don't know. This is very interesting. Let me keep going.
Well, she says that I remember when the book came out. I was a teenager at the time. And I remember the uproar about the book. And I remember seeing her on like Sally Jesse Raphael and Phil Donahue and shows like that. And knowing how those shows are, they had her kind of in this aggressive, really assertive way on the show, like she was starting drama. But when you saw her outside of those shows amongst her people, she was a little more docile and humble. So anyway, just thinking back to that, I just, I wanted to examine, like, so we rejected it when she said it 30 years ago. Let me look at how, I've been able to see 30 years later what's going on. And it just, that's where I'm looking at. And again, I'm older, so I was around when all this came out,
He said you could, yes, you could be older, you could have been around, but here's the thing, all right? There's nothing new under the sun. And here's the thing, she said we've been doing the gaming of the black man 400 years ago, so we if this is the case, if somebody say she say it could be generational. If we can say this is generational, hey, we can say then that slavery was generational. I mean, we can't pick it. This is some bullshit here, man. I'm sick and tired of the sisters that y'all get into this bullshit. We cannot pick and choose what we accept from our past as being something that's still affecting us today. I mean, come on, man. I mean, at some point we got to get real. At some point we got to get real. I'm just sorry. I'm sorry.
I mean, who did that? Did I do that?
No, not you. I'm just saying in general. I'm not saying that everyone had, everyone was born in a broken home. That still don't matter. The both parents can still be in the house and still be some dysfunction. We would not have the dysfunction that we have in our community right now if everybody's like, no, we ain't. I don't know what I can't relate to that. That's some bullshit.
That's true.
When we get past the bullshit or something, okay, I'm gonna keep reading. I'm sick and tired of you. I'm sick and tired. And this is the thing. He say the women for some reason have the most difficult part of doing what you did earlier, which is simply admitting. Just simply admit, you know what? Damn, she might be. I heard that. Oh, I heard that. On the other hand, if there's no biological father or stepfather on the premises whom the girl child can relate to and observe daily, the scenario may go something like this, especially if the single mother is periodically changing men or dating around. She may hear something like this. Number one, I ain't going to get that nigga. I'm going to get that nigga tonight. Number two, I keep calling him every night, but he ain't home. Number three, girl, don't believe nothing he says. He just lies all the time. Number four, I can't believe nothing he says. Number five, we're going to make him spend some money on me. I'm going to make him spend some money on me. Number six, I got to find me a man. Number seven, I want to see what he can do. Number eight, you can't let a man know all your business. The training message from the mother in this instance is, number one, the black man is a liar. Number two, don't believe in him. He'll disappoint you. Number three, the black man will desert you. No security. Number four, holding information is a necessary practice when dealing with a black man. And number five, if you're going to deal with a black man, you have to have a plan. What does she say?
She say have to have a plan. She say that means agenda, right?
That's what because when I heard plan, he said when I heard plan, I thought, oh, you do need to have a plan. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. But when you say the word agenda, that's a very interesting statement.
Mm-hmm. Oh gosh, my cousin's over there talking in his sleep. Al. Okay, so you got any comments there?
Me?
Yeah.
I thought you was gonna comment. I just spoke, but yeah, I mean, well, it's hard for me to comment. You know what I'm saying? I got a sister, right? And I got two sisters. I was raised with both parents at home. With my older sister, my dad, they ended up getting divorced when I was about 12 or something like that. And I don't think I really heard any of this stuff. I didn't really hear it. I don't know if my sister heard it, so it's hard for me to really speak on that. Now, what I can say is that some of the interaction that I've had with women, it seems like they have heard some of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But in my household, I won't necessarily say that we heard it, that I heard it. My sister's 4 years older than me, so she started to take the role of kind of mother. Young child mother when my dad left and my mom was at work, so my sister was kind of watching over me and stuff like that. So I don't know if that had anything to do. It's hard for me to speak on because again I'm not a woman. Yeah, I heard much of this stuff because my mom was married. I don't think she was doing all the girlfriend talks and stuff like that. But now that my mom divorced, I mean, my goodness, I mean, can you shut the fuck? I mean, now she divorced. I mean, now she's, we get loud. And you be like, what?
Yeah. Well, you know what I'm thinking here is when I read the way she writes it, like I'm gonna get that nigga tonight. So I might not have heard it quite like that, but I have heard my mom with the, it doesn't even have to be her saying it exactly like that. I'm going to get his money, but you see the relationship, how the relationship works. He has to come with something, when he gets home, things like that. So that might be throwing us off too. That maybe it didn't sound just like this, but it might have put that kind of that idea, that type of thinking on you, married or not. I've seen all this behavior. I think about my neighbors, my aunts, uncles. I've seen it all.
So he said that's very interesting because what you're doing is you're actually kind of diving into the word, saying, okay, it did. Because see, what I've come to understand about men and women, if it wasn't exact, especially when it's coming, it's like almost like a tackle. It wasn't exact. It didn't happen. Although it be similar, but no, it didn't say that. So that ain't it. But you are saying, well, it didn't say exactly that, but the inference and the way the relationship was, it still was that, although it wasn't said exactly like that. That's very okay. Yo, again, you read the book, so maybe you had time to think. Well, maybe if we caught y'all call like we did last week, you've been doing that thing you did last week.
No, I just got it today, so I just kind of skimmed over. But like I said, I'm very familiar with it. So yes, it's an easy read for me. I'm very familiar. And she does recommend that you read it slowly.
Yeah. On these comments, and we're gonna take a little break, man. This is what I'm talking. I mean, we get into some stuff today, man. She say, man, these shoes fit. He say, you get the author got to be talking about my ex-wife. Ooh, Lord. She say, baby boom marriages are different than many other generations, in my opinion. You know what? He say times change, but I don't know how much marriage changed. Okay, I don't know how much the relationship between black men and women changed. I mean, we can say that they different. But women may have put up with more bullshit, and men may. I don't know, man. That's hard. Again, that's hard for me. That's a hard battle to fight. She say my parents were married and it wasn't a power struggle. They separated, and my mother never spoke ill of my father. Any negative view I had of him came from my mother. I came to my uncles that I got older. My mother's never man hated, so I can't relate. Okay, can't relate. Okay, sure. Okay, you got friends. You got some friends? You can't relate personally, but you got friends? You got sister girls and stuff? Okay, I'm just saying. She say some standards and principles are still needed today as they were 50 plus years ago. I mean, many of them. I mean, the principles don't change. Principles don't really change. Standards might change, but principles don't really change. She say that don't apply to every man. We know that. That's another statement we get from women all the time. It don't apply to everyone. This is a general conversation. We're talking about generally speaking. We understand that, right? She say all men needs a plan, period. Absolutely. She say my parents protected each other and did not show any discord in front of my siblings and I. The world beats the black man up enough. We must be his soft space to land. She's the plight of the black man. Oh my goodness. Whew. That touched my heart right there. She said gender manipulation. Oh, we ain't got today. Oh Lord. She said she said agenda equals manipulation.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Cricket sounds like a plot. I seriously can't relate. I have 6 kids. I talk to my girls about men and I teach them more of self-love and not accepting just anything. But I also had a father who taught me his version of how to treat a man. I'm not gonna touch this one. She say I never heard it as a child. Okay, that's cool. Hey, she say I planned when he fuck up, be 2 steps ahead of his BS. She say some women do speak that way about men around their children. Okay, absolutely, man. She said you're absolutely correct. My parents' behavior that I witnessed as a girl still affects my relationships with men. I had a sad distrust of black men that I had to come to terms with and intentionally deal with daily. Oh, that's keeping it real right there, sister. That is real right there, man. That's what I said. She said it has to be exact. She said, especially in a court of law, man. Okay. She said, when Warren broke up with a man, she need to move on with her life. She said, I've heard these statements from many women who were taught scheming ways. Right? Yes, I have friends that all come from 2-parent homes. LOL. Okay. All right. She say also women who have been hurt before tend to think like this. All right. Hurt people. Oh, absolutely, man. All right, I see you. I see. He see you, Dula. He see you. He see you. I can see right through you too. I can see right through you. Man, here's the deal, man. Hey, there's a black business that is pushing for 50K. I want you guys to do our. I want us to do our part by supporting. And all you gotta do is vote. It's just that simple, man. I'm gonna break the thing down the screen. We're gonna play the trailer, and then hopefully, guys can appreciate black people that's out here trying to make things happen. We'll be right back. I don't think we're gonna be right. Here we go. We're right back after the break. All right, man. Team Supreme, man. Go check it out. Put that link in the comments below, man. All you got to do is just click the link and vote. You can vote every 24 hours. They're looking to get that money from the man. That's right. FedEx, a grant that goes to a small business bit to help them to expand and do what they do. That's here in Atlanta. So you saw the couple that's doing that thing, man. 24 hours. Just put it on calendar repeat. Let's go ahead and show our power. Let's go and show our power, get them that 50K so they can hire more people, right? They can be a better example for our kids and all the good stuff. Man, check them out, man. Team Supreme at that FedEx grant, smallbusinessgrant.fedex.com, and then look for Team Supreme. And then just let's do this. We got 10 days. We got 10 days to show our strength. 10 days, right? And it says 10 days. You ain't got to do it for 3 weeks or 3 months. 10 days, right? Just do it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Motown feeling back again. That's what I'm talking about, man. Check them out. And that's what we're gonna do, man. So we're gonna support our own. That is what we do up in here. So we are just continuing our journey, man, as we are talking about here, guys. A black man's guide to understanding the black woman here today on the He Say, She Say show. And we are diving into the childhood of the sister, her childhood. And so, Miss Lisa, if you could just pick us back up, man, and continue our reading here tonight.
While the aforementioned statement examples may seem trite or unimportant, remember that they are of great significance since they are part of the first introductory impressions on the girl child about the black man who is usually not present to defend himself or prove that the charges are not true. To the girl child, these impressions represent the pure truth from the person who takes care of her mother. In the two-parent home, the girl child has an easier time learning how to charm the father and get him to cooperate with her and grant her wishes. She adopts these skills to manipulate a person whom she already believes is not too swift mentally, according to mom. She also sees that the father will give the mother a verbal order, and later she sees the mother do something else different or in direct opposition. She also learns the politics of female survival regarding chastisement. If the father tells her to do something or reprimands her, she finds that she can go to the mother and get the ruling changed or omitted completely. Above all, she can usually get sympathy from the mother in words, or even more powerful, from her mother's eyes, which say, "Do it. You know how he is," or "I'll make it up to you later," or "I agree with you, he's wrong, but do it anyway." Either case, the father's word is deemed questionable and should be examined and verified to determine if it's wrong. Also, that his word can be opposed or rejected successfully. If the father becomes vocally angry with the mother,
let me get this.
Okay.
If the father becomes vocally angry with the mother, she may show her protectiveness by sending the girl child from the room or outside to play. If the father is rightfully angry, unbeknownst to the child, the mother may be extra nice to defer his attention from the issue to get his mind off of it. The father may be right, but the teaching is, number one, he's dangerous and wants to argue, but I'll protect you from him. Number two, there's something I have to endure. This is something I have to endure, but you don't. Number three, he can be swayed with a little kindness and charm. And number three, he's our boss, but we don't like it because he's unfair. The girl child watches a mother simulate several emotions: pleasure, admiration, enthusiasm, interest, and cooperation. But the cutting side of the issue is that the mother obviously is projecting faked agreement, and it seems to work. Faked agreement, and it seems to work. I want to go back here because she talked about the politics of female survival. Mm-hmm. And we mentioned as men, we talk about these tactics, or what we call politics now, that women seem to do to survive or to play defense or whatever the case may be. One of those things is generalism. Another thing is to deflect. I mean, anything to start talking about something else other than what we're talking about. We see it all the time. That's why we be like, okay, you're right. What can I do to end this conversation? Clearly, we gotta go. They're like, oh girl, she went all the way to left field. All the way to left field. I mean, she was deep off the left field. She was acting like she was playing for the Braves or something. I said, my goodness. I mean, she was trying to go to the ball and snack the home run away. I mean, she went all the way to left field. What did she say?
She say, you said a few minutes ago, that's why, like something like we shut the men down, like the men just shut down and shut up or whatever.
Yeah.
But is that what you should, is that the most effective way of dealing with that? I mean, don't you think if I'm a woman and I'm your wife or whatever, and I'm kind of rambling on and you just say, okay, baby, do you think that helps at all? I mean, if I'm rambling on, can't you just, just kind of step up and shut it down, calm my nerves, ease the stress? You know what I mean? Why do you think just saying, okay, baby, works, and you're going to keep complaining about it? Like year after year, day after day, week after week, you hear men saying that. Oh, I just say, okay, baby. Well, that's not, maybe you need to just be honest and say, babe, that's enough. I've had enough for today. I had this conversation with my girlfriend the other day. It makes perfect sense. That like what she said in this book about Black men not being able to, she says control, and I don't like that, but you know what I mean? Stand up to a Black woman. You're validating what she says because you say, okay, whatever.
You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
I'm taking my 3 seconds. 1. He said you use the word it makes sense, right? He said, but when we're dealing with those situations, we're not dealing with sense. We're dealing with emotions. We're not dealing with sense. No, we're dealing with emotions. We done tried 50 different ways to approach this, and we've been trying for years. And we said, this seems to be the best approach that's going to work. We do what works. He say the brothers do what works. We know what don't work. If I sit up here and I say, hey, man, I don't really want to talk about this right now, guess what happened? 2 minutes later, we're still talking about it. Yeah, wait a second. Didn't I just say I don't really want to talk about it right now? You couldn't honor that, though. No, I want to talk about it. So we going to talk about it. Well, ain't no we if we going to talk about this. What we going to do is, we going to say, okay, you're right. So we can done with this as quickly as possible. I just told you 3 minutes ago that I don't want to talk about this right now. No, that ain't going to work. Right? Then we come at it from a different angle. We say, okay, let me just sit here and at least try to tolerate this this unloading on my ears when I was in such a good mood just about 30 minutes ago. So let me go ahead and give her piece. And are you listening to me? Well, no, I'm not really listening. I'm trying to get as much as I can, but you don't talk about 15 different things at the same time. So what was I really supposed to catch?
Oh my God.
So he say, listen, I want you guys to understand. Not all men, we can't talk about all men, but most brothers have tried a lot of different ways to approach this and say, okay, that didn't work last time. We were very methodical. Okay, that didn't work last time. I ain't gonna do that again. Okay, that didn't work either. Okay, It seems to be the only thing that works if I just let her just do what she do. I mean, now we got an example. Because when I try to be honest with the chick that was in, we just reported her, I try to get honest with her. You see what she went. Left field, right field. I mean, she was deep. Oh, Lord. She was trying to go out the park. What the monkey? That's an example.
Okay, well, that's that. We're talking online. You guys are texting each other.
I mean, that's still an example.
It is, but it is a mystery. I'm sorry.
He say, she say, before your comments, guys, catch up what you guys are saying over here, man. Hey, and here's the deal, guys. He say, man, this is all love. We understand some of the shit that we do. It's only certain people gonna admit it. And we not gonna recover until we all admit our own bullshit. That's what I'm gonna say. Men's side and women's side. We just happen to be reading a book and just with the women tonight. I'm just saying.
Right.
All right. Man, she say, Lord have mercy. This child grows up to marry our sons and has children with her own and repeats her mother's crazy cycle, creating a greater function. This is why the generation is hard to break. She say, what that have to do with politics? Oh Lord Jesus, Miss Goodrich. Oh Lord, I'm gonna keep going. She say, how has that worked for you? It works very well. If you ask me how does it work for me, it keeps my sanity. Because if my sanity ain't intact, I might slap a bitch. I'm just saying. She's saying, reflections. Do you ever get tired of operating out of crisis mode? Is that a woman, or is that, I don't know who's in crisis mode? What side? Because if you just that question itself, it gives me the impression he say that you're talking about the women, because there's normally I'm not gonna say it's normally, but typically the unloading of what's said comes from the woman. Now from the man, he on the man's side, he typically has stuff that he just holds in. Because he can't, because as soon as he get two words out, here come the rest from the woman. So on one side we got an overload of release, and from the other side we got trapped in stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm generally speaking, again, it's not every situation, right? But generally speaking, that's what's going on. Because this is not just husband-wife relationships, right? That wasn't my wife that I just dealt online or whatever. Doing the communicate. That was not my wife. Nobody ever. I ain't never gave her this goodness, right? You know what I'm saying?
Are you sure?
Okay, man. South Data White Man, we never had this issue. That's why I know it's a community issue. We need help. That's why we're doing this show. That's why thanks so much, Miss Doula. That's why we're doing this show, man. He say maybe she deflects because she sees he clearly can't understand her point of view. He say, when you talk, you have 15 different conversations in one statement. How in the world is he gonna be able to? He's trying to catch up. Now that's because your mind moves so fast, and you want to get it all out in one sentence. He say that don't blame that on the comprehension. Okay, here's what I found to be effective when I make her write it down. Can you write? That's why text is actually a good form of communication for brothers to be able to read. Okay, here's exactly what she said. Now you can say, okay, well, that's not exactly what I meant, although that's exactly what I said, which is what y'all tried to do earlier. That's not what I meant, although that's what I said. So now we got a writing problem. We got to enhance our writing skills. I don't know.
Well, that's for sure. Oh my goodness.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
I again want to put. He said, "I'm gonna go ahead and read it for you, Jamal. We ain't got too many brothers to read that to write thing tonight." All right. Women approach the discussion to win. He just wants to be heard. We just want to be heard and understood. We brothers do feel like, hey, that's why we say you right, because you're a right fighter. You want to win. You want whatever it is you battling for. You want. That's how we look. We say you want. We wave the white flag.
But I think that's just taking the easy route. I mean, I think pressure creates diamonds. So you got to, sometimes you got to work through some things, even if she's being, emotional, whatever. Sometimes you just got to work it through. Don't always give in.
No,
You're not going to progress.
He says it's not always now.
Okay.
There's certain times, there's certain brothers know when you really got to have that conversation.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And sisters know when it's like there's a sister who knows it's time for her to apologize.
Okay. It makes no difference. I acknowledge what I did. It's not going to make any difference here or there. Right? Right? Okay. Cheers. If I ever talk to him again, I'll update.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. She said the women operate out of. Okay, I got you. Hey, missionary Mary Jerk Candler, but excuse the cussing. All right, man. Oh, she said catch up. We got. Oh Lord, we don't move that fast, man. Y'all be moving. Oh Lord, y'all got. Oh Lord. We appreciate it in certain instances. Like, okay, she got that thing moving. She got that thing. Boom, bam. She got the house clean in 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. Zero, you're so right. This is my mindset now. My piece is so important. Hey, that's what I'm saying. She says, so now it's her fault that he's slow. Oh Lord. Oh Lord, y'all ain't even trying to see. It's just like y'all hear something totally I'm so glad we got that. Zero need to do better. I don't know. Okay, y'all getting in. Yeah, he better walk off.
What's she say?
She said he better walk off. All right. Okay. Again, brothers and sisters, if you want to add to the I'm assuming y'all talking to each other at this point because ain't nobody doing no she say, he say. That done got thrown out the window. I mean, everybody. Damn that. I just want to type my shit, okay? See, I agree. If he can't respect anything, if he who rides the conversation out with me, if I'm wrong, I'll gladly apologize. But we got to talk through this. Again, he said it's not always a. I mean, I don't know. It depends on the conversation. I don't know. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's see if we can make it through chapter 1. Hold on.
Oh, I lost my place.
Where were we at? Are we almost done? Okay. Yep. All right, you want to go ahead? In addition?
Huh?
You want to go ahead in addition? Chapter in addition?
What?
You want to go ahead and start with in addition? Where we
really?
Yeah.
Lost my place?
Oh, page 4.
Oh.
Okay.
Page 4. In addition to these negative impressions about the capabilities and inconsistencies of the Black man who's gone all the time anyway, the girl child is introduced to fairy tales as bedtime and story time reading. Some of the stories are fantasy about the wonderful life white men and white women lead. They tell about how gallant the white man is and how he always saves the day for the white woman. Sometimes the stories are about Black people. Most of the children's books are written by Black females who present the Black man in superficial roles, or they are shown as Black men practicing a white lifestyle. The descriptions are usually vague, since the Black man does not know or admit the good values. The Black woman does not know or admit the good values in the Black man. One can only describe the words what one knows or discovers. And a Black woman is hard pressed to dig up good renditions about the Black man and put it all into words. Since she doesn't live it, she can't report about it. If the books are about Africa, the girl child still cannot really identify or mesh the African king idea with her daddy down in the living room, sprawled in his favorite chair, while she watches her mother work in the kitchen. Her small mind cannot assimilate well enough to distinguish a routine setting from the artificial pictures shown in storybooks.
The Black mother thinks that fairy tales are harmless entertainment for her daughter and son and have no other intrinsic value to the development of the child. A new brain, not yet equipped with the psychological tools to filter or disseminate information, accepts any and all information it is programmed with as truth. Fairy tale characters, cartoons, and talking animals represent the truth to them, and judging the outcome are very detrimental to the child's development and reality recognition. Reality recognition, that's a key word. Consequently, when the girl child arrives at school, she has already been programmed with a bushel of false ideas about what is real and unreal, and what is foreplay and what actually exists. Between seeing and touching real flesh and blood people and being introduced to Mickey Mouse, a talking rat, Cinderella, Snow White, Superman, Cookie Monster, Big Bird, Donald Duck, Casper, Bugs Bunny, the Smurfs, the Muppets, and Garfield, and a host of other cartoons. Now, don't get it twisted, he say, because we still got new cartoons, same kind of thing. Right? She is confused. She is quite confused. She carries these fantasies into the future, and they govern many of her emotions and ideas. They become deeply rooted in her psyche and will override true information from other sources. She is not just looking at the cartoons. She is also listening to their dialogue and copies their responses. She is taught to love these artificial personalities. During this time, she is also introduced to Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny, Cupid, and the Tooth Fairy. All these toy animals and people who are presented to her as good. And none of these first heroes, which she is taught to love and admire, are Black. Other than possibly her girl baby doll, she is not introduced to her own culture. Be aware that all of the misinformation imparted in this chapter is transmitted to the Black female child, usually from the mother, by the time she is 5 years old. What a beginning. What a beginning. Now, he said we're talking about, the author is bringing to light her experience in the upbringing or the childhood, and I would say this is probably 5 years old up into elementary school of the Black woman. Generally speaking, he's hit it from a couple of different standpoints, from being a broken home to being no father in the house or no biological father in the house, to also two-parent households where we're talking about the charm and the manipulation going on. So let's catch up on these comments, man. But Ms. Jones, as a Black woman, from chapter 1, the child aspect, do you think that the author has done a good job of helping Black men to understand Black women?
She says, I would say there's a lot of truth to what she says, but I think it might be a generational thing is what I'm thinking now. I think right now when we're looking at it 30 something odd years later, like my kids didn't go through most of this. Like I can see myself going through this in the 60s, these type of experiences. But I think it's we're kind of coming away from that behavior, I think. And we're still going to have some residue, but as we learn more and we learn better, we do better. And I think that's what I see happening. But to answer your question.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
No.
I might have had too much. I think I had too much to drink.
That's fine too. I've been raised by women. I'm used to it.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. I can't even deny. You're right. But I think that it's a start for the Black man if he really takes the time to listen. She said, read it slowly and pay attention, but it's not a time to be judgmental and accusing. It's a time to learn. So if they're willing to open their minds and really listen to what she's saying and not be on the defense about things. Yeah, I think this can advance his thinking some, if he sees himself dealing with any of these issues. A little bit.
He say, why would he be on the defensive? He say, let me ask this question. Do you think that Black women can accept some of the stuff that she's saying? And do the comments back you up?
Yeah. She says, no, I don't think Black women would be too receptive to this. Yeah, unfortunately, no.
Let's catch up.
And I'm saying general for the most part. Like you said, according to the comments, I think some people would be quick to say, no, not my mom, or no, I didn't see any of that. Like I said, it could be a different way that it was, presented. But she also mentioned in here too, a lot of the things we learned were what was body language, even if they didn't say it. Just the body language and the actual relationship. You really think about the relationship your mom had with either your father or her husband or any other man. I guarantee you would see some of these things.
Man, my dad turned that shit off if we start acting like TV movie ish. He said, or something like that. She wrote.
See?
What?
She said what I was saying, like he instead of a man cowering and saying, oh, okay, honey, whatever you say, just to shut things down, every now and then, like she said, he had to shut down that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
She said her mother has as much of a negative influence on this child. Home equals peace. Reminds me of Bobby Boucher from Waterboy. Okay.
Yeah.
Particular Lord Mama said, all right, she said those fairy tales are harmful for many girls, thinking that a rich prince will come and marry her and they will have a happily ever after, and not a reality at all for Black women at all. She says all starting to make sense. She said, I disagree, these mothers are worse. I was gonna say that. I think it's getting worse. You say it's not the same. I think it's worse, but anyway, she say Black children are exposed to so much more now than before, right? She say now here's the thing. He say we got a lot of mothers here I think in our stream. Yes, probably. And it's a good question. I mean, do you think it got better? If we can say this is generational, if your argument is that this is generational, well, let's take this. Okay, well, in this generation, is what she's talking about worse or better than where we are today? Even if you say it's generational. Okay. The divorce rate is what, higher? Is it higher or lower than it was back in 1989 when she wrote this? Well, what I'm oh God. Okay, when you think about generation to generation, and I'm sorry, I'm probably limiting myself, my frame of reference. I'm not a researcher. I haven't done the research. So my frame of reference is limited to the people, women I know in my generation and their children. We didn't show our kids the same thing our mothers showed us. And we made a conscious effort. I know I did not to do that. But I'm speaking of my limited frame of reference. So well, no, I mean that's fair. He said that's fair that you say we didn't show them that. But again, okay. I mean these are simple questions, right? All right, our children now, right? This generation now, are they being raised with more two-family homes or less two-family homes? No, less two-family homes. Yeah, not of course. There's not as many two-family homes. But what Sister Ali said was that, even in the two-family homes, you're still going to see these things. So whether it's two-family or not, you're going to see the single mom. You're still going to see those things. Yes, but I guess what I'm saying is I mean, two-family, one-family, whatever. But the absence of number one, the absence of a man or a father in the household, or or now the dealings of the woman with men in her life, right, that are not the father over a course of period, a time, or whatever the case may be, and whatever those dynamics are. Like, are we really? I mean, because if we again, I'd be happy to say this is still relevant versus this is just a generational thing, and then we start looking at generation, we see that we were way worse now than when it was written and when it was talking about at that time. To say, oh, that's happened. It's almost like a dismissal. Oh, that happened back then. Okay, well, let's look at what's happening today.
Yeah. No, she was definitely on to something for sure. I mean, yeah, so that has gotten worse. And I guess what I was referring to, all these different tools that the woman used. If you're in a single parent situation, yeah, of course, you're going to have a lot of situations where a woman is dealing with multiple men and she may exhibit some of these behaviors in front of her kids. But I don't know that. No, okay. I'm sorry. I think I gotta wave the white flag. I'm off on this one. I do.
Okay, that's cool.
The more I think about it, because I'm thinking, if most kids are being raised by single moms, you want to think that maybe they're not seeing as much of a woman bashing a man. But if she's a single mom, in some kind of way, she is probably, showing a different kind of relationship with a man that's not healthy. So.
She say, blame the Cosby in a different world, different vibe than many Gen X have seen and boomers and before. All right, definitely generational, definitely because this is nothing I hear of. I'm a 90s baby. You just went behind the ears, honey. I mean, I don't know. My father is a man's man. I've never seen father trouble for anyone, man or woman. Since their behavior is so good, getting worse. To be fair, man, just the behavior of in these relationships, it just seems to get worse. I mean, you're gonna have something. She said we may have seen all of that with grandparents and parents and children taking dysfunctional parts out of our children.
Say that again.
She said we may have seen all of that with grandparents and parents and chose to take the dysfunctional parts out for our children. See, here's the problem with that, right? I agree with, again, it just seems, I mean, because it really requires a look in the mirror. And I would also say it requires us to hear from your children. Because you could be thinking you're doing, you know what I'm saying, but then your parents, when your children get old, they be like, yeah. Like, let me be honest. I mean, I'm gonna be brutally honest. This gonna hurt. But I'm just gonna be brutally honest.
Okay.
How can I say this the best way? He say, I can understand as a man now, I can understand some of the reasonings why my father left.
Wow.
I can understand it now. I didn't understand it when I was 12 years old. But now that I'm a man and I start looking at the dynamics of how people operate and move, I can understand why my father left now.
Wow.
And I was raised in a 2-parent household. I mean, I have probably had the best of the best, but I can understand now why my father left. So we could be saying all this stuff, but when your children start talking,
that's true. I know. Let my kids tell it, man. I messed up the whole way. No, I hope my daughter ain't on here now. She'd be like, "No, that's not you, Mom."
My dad was bothering my mom. I had to jump in to protect her from my dad. Oh, Miss Goodrich. Oh Lord, I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. She say we say both parents in the home are still single parents. She say this is current events. There's a problem today, just not the one going on in the text just not the one going on in the text we read. Okay. What is the problem then, Dula? Please enlighten us. Young sister. Okay, please enlighten us. You've been here for
What?
She said Isabel been doing her thing, man. You can relate. Okay, I don't know, man. This generation is worse. Okay, true that. She said that's deep. All right, she said I be trying to leave myself. Trying to leave myself at times. You can call all of mine. They will tell you good truth. I bet you real. I'm not saying it's not a personal attack on you. So I'm just talking about people in general. Man, yeah, I always have open dialogue with my children. And how I can be a better as a mother. Okay, I constantly self-reflect and allow space where my children can be honest with me. I've had be honest with my parents about things they've done. I get it. Okay, all right, Doula Hunter. She said, "Thank you ever for your concern." No problem at all. So he said, "Man, hey, reading, you got the book, right? Was this helpful? I mean, how do you feel about the he say, she say so on the thing that we're covering? You think I feel some healing going on? I feel some honest healing going on where we can start being honest with each other. Yeah. Now, I might be a little, I'm free. I'm a free black man. I'll say what the hell I want. But I think hearing it, right, can make a difference sometimes. Because I might say some of the stuff that your brother's been trying to say to you for a little while. Yes. Yeah. And maybe because Evan said something, he gonna get his cookies. Maybe because Evan said something, he gonna get him some cookies. Man, hey, if it wasn't for that brother on that screen today, man, you would not have got you none. But he convinced me to give you some cookies, and so all the fellas, I can go ahead and thank you in advance.
Wow. Must be nice.
So what are your thoughts here, Ms. Jones, on our broadcast here tonight? We begin to wrap this thing up, man. What are your thoughts on chapter 1, the childhood, the early girlhood, childhood, or the book, or your experience here tonight on the He Say, She Say show?
Oh, she say, like I said, this was an examination to me. I had to really kind of come outside of myself and my feelings and put those all aside to kind of, try to be receptive to what she's saying here. And I think if you can, I mean, we can do some healing. I hope the men are really listening, because really she says in the preface, this is really to help Black men. So that's who even though we're talking about the Black woman and, we're responding and doing that, this is really what she wrote for the Black man. And I just wish we can get more feedback from the men too on, does this trigger anything for you? Anything you've seen in your life with your parents, or, your significant other, mother, sisters, etc. Anyway, great conversation. Thank you, Evan.
Not a problem at all. And I would try to bring the bros out, man. I mean, they here's the thing, man, about the bros, man. They conversation like this, they be like, yeah, but yeah. They might stay for about 10 minutes. they start seeing them comments go crazy, like, yeah, this is the same old. So hopefully this is not the same old type of show. And normally what I can bring the bros out when I can actually bring them on screen. If they don't mind. Because they want to be in control. You know how the pros are. We want to be in control of this thing. So, yeah, definitely want. Again, and I asked you guys to tag a brother, tag a sister. I mean, we do have great dialogue when the brothers come, and it's not as fiery, but it's hopefully you can see it from both sides, and that's what it's all about. It's about being able to see things from both sides. To our guests, to those that are still in the comments, love to know your takeaways for tonight. We don't do this just to do this, guys. Yes, it is personal. It's personal night for me. It's not time for unwind. These guys, sip some wine and get some stuff off our chest. Because I be dealing with sisters all week long. And sometimes I just gotta get this stuff off my chest, man, so I can be a better man.
That's great.
Some of these things gonna get it. I'm trying to tell you. If you was a brother came in my inbox like that, oh my goodness. Oh Lord, I chopped the brothers off real fast. The sister, I'm a little lenient to the sister, like, okay, this is a sister. I can't. But yeah, you keep on talking. It's gonna be trouble.
And your mama said, "That's okay, honey."
All right, God bless her heart.
Oh, that's too cute.
Man, she say, man, I can't with you, man. She say, the licensed therapist need to start doing it, damn it, man. She say, hey, the conversation, looking forward to next week. Absolutely, man. We'll continue our journey. Make sure you turn it tonight. That's a great conversation, man. Yeah, that goes back to my original post. The women are used to training and learning while y'all sitting around the grill and watching. Oh Lord, see, Shiro.
Yeah.
Guys, we're going to be back. Same black channel, same black time. You can be back next week, Ms. Jones. What's going on?
I'll be back next week.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Check your schedule, all that good stuff. I don't know. We're gonna get into the teenage years. The teenage years of the black woman. After she's going through her childhood, now we get to the teenage years. We can start forming.
Yeah, boy.
Now make sure y'all go support the black-owned business Supreme Burgers, man. Help them get that 50,000. Again, if anybody wants this backdrop, it's $5 off because I opened up the package so you can get it for $5 off. This might help y'all. This might help the boom boom room. This might help the boom boom room. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I got some lube if you want some. Top quality CBD.
Yeah, she got a little bit. Well, let me make sure I put your website up so they can see where they gonna get that thing. Let's see here. So yeah, you gotta go to shop over here. We'll put this in the comments below. Top quality CBD.com. Get you some lube and all that good stuff, man. Go ahead and get you some stuff. Get you some body butter. We got that as well. I ordered my stuff. I don't think it came yet. I did order it last week. All
right, good.
I guess it'll be here soon enough. You're
gonna take off that night, huh?
That night, man. Absolutely, man. So
you don't need a whole night.
Man, here's the deal, man. This is the He Say, She Say show, man. Everybody has a voice, so why not let your voice be heard, man? Shahrazad Ali wrote 2 books, one for the Black Man's Guide to Understand Black Women, and then the other guy, A Black Woman's Guide to Understand the Black Man. And so we are starting in the first book, letting this lead our conversation as we begin the healing process, people. The healing process for our community, man. I'm your host, BRG. Today, again, I want to say thank you to our guests and thank you to everyone who hit the like button, share button, spread this thing out, spread the love. Right? Black men matter, Black women matter, Black dollars matter. It's time for a revolution. It's time for a revolution. I want you guys to remember this: that it takes a village, as y'all see tonight. Might take a little bit of cookies too, but it takes a village, and it starts with us. Let's build as we climb together. We all we got, beautiful people. Matter of fact, we all we really need, and thank God, that's more than enough. Until next episode, you know what time it is. Mr. DJ, hit the music.
You've been watching the He Say, She Say show. We thank you for tuning in. Until next time, keep that conversation going. He say, she say.